Alright, here we are, I'm playing Lothland, and we're playing the Battle of the Nations that start with the letter F. I've got my French armored rifle platoon in there with no half-tracks, and that's because I'm facing off against this tank company until his Finnish infantry arrive. I've got Shermans on the board, and then HQ Shermans. We're playing Dust Up. In reserves, I have a unit of M3 Stuarts and M5 Stuarts, and then you have two KVs.
Okay.
These colorful little bastards are
BT-42.
BT-42, so it's a howitzer mounted on the BT-7 or BT-5?
I think it's a 7.
Which is really cool. So yeah, I don't know much about tanks, but I've played World of Tanks, so I recognize that hull. And then these little guys are the BA-10s. BA-10s, yeah. And then what do you have in reserves?
I have 4 T-28s.
Oh yeah, those big land battleships.
The anti-air guns.
Yeah.
And 3 T-26s. And my planes.
Yeah, and I converted, well, it's not much of a conversion, it's a Fiat, but I green stuffed the open cockpit for him and put a machine gun in and put Stuka bombs on the bottom and painted up for Finland. So there you go, because they get Fokker CX biplanes, and there's really no other biplane model that we could find, apart from that one that was made out of wood. So anyways, so we throw a dice. Yeah, I go for, you have 3 platoons, and yeah, I got +1, so go for France. Woohoo, so I will be going first. So here we go, good luck. So Lothland was like, oh, when, I'm going to lose the game, because on my turn 3, I got my Stuarts in, who come in here, because it's Dust Up. And the objective is here, and I popped his 2IC that was standing here, and he's like, oh, I'm not going to be able to win. So he moved his 2 T-26 over here to contest, so I can't win. I previously smoked the remaining, my CO actually killed the KV. These leaderless platoon guys shot smoke at this KV. So the KV drove over here, shot him and killed him. The mobile howitzers, 1 bogged down, 1 killed over there. But the thing is, like, my Stuarts, I can't touch the KVs. And these guys can't move. And he's taking pot shots now at will. With his little strength 7 dudes, so it's getting dicey. I just need to, kill a T-26 and somehow prevent that. There's no way. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just kill some platoons and hope for the best, I guess. All right, so quite an eventful turn. We've got quite a scrum over here. The KV is preventing me from winning over here. These Stuarts drove up and wiped out the howitzers. And my 2IC is trying to get over there to force the KV can't be in 2 spots at once. Over yonder, the land yacht T-28s, which are awesome looking, came in, shot. For some reason, I've forgotten to roll to dig in, because this mission they don't start dug in. So I got punished. I got pinned. I still took it. I don't know why. Somebody put a dryad in there, whatever.
It's not a dryad. It's a sorceress.
Whatever. Get it the hell off. It's a statue in the woods. Whatever.
Exactly.
So my bazooka, even with hitting on 5, no, sorry, he bogged 1 coming in, and even with the rear machine gun turret rerolls, I was able to take out another one with a bazooka. I kept making my saves, and he fell back with this 1 tank. So now I have no more reserves to come in, so it's just turn 5, right? This is 5?
Finish stuff or the finish?
Alright, so we end on turn 6, and it was pretty dramatic. Over yonder, I smoked the KV on all fronts. He backed up so that the Fokker CX could take a shot over here, but he only rolled 1 plane, so that really hampered. It forced him to reroll his 1 hit, which he missed. And then my Stuarts are over here, so this meant that for Chris to not lose, he had to kill or bail or whatever, something over there. However, on this side here, despite me capturing 2 T-28s last turn, he went in again, lifted, gone to ground or something with these guys, just shot, yeah. My guys were pinned, and the assault actually went on for a lot longer than it should have. I kept making all my saves, except for I had to keep re-rolling my 1 bazooka shot because of the rear turret. And that proved key because with the rerolls I couldn't do anything. And then eventually I was below half and I failed my motivation. And then these little bastards, these are Swedish tanks with Bofors AA guns on there. 4 shots into the side, they killed one, bailed one, and then the platoon ran away. So I'm at exactly half. So if it had gone one more turn, you could have done it. So basically, it was a really tight game. I was 4-3.
I really should have changed that objective. I think I'm going to screw myself with that.
What would I change about my list? I don't know.
Yeah.
Marty keeps saying I should get rid of maybe a Stuart M3 to give these guys extra bazookas, and really poor positioning on my part. And again, Brett was saying something about not leaving bazookas far forward, and I did. I'm used to playing British, so they only get 1 gun and whatever. So I learned the hard way because I lost 2 bazookas early. What about you? What would you change to your list? How did you find the plane? I mean, I know you used it just for fun. I did shoot 2 down, but does it bring an extra threat that the T-26s didn't, or like?
Well, I didn't even put them on the board.
No, I know,
T-26s.
but that's what I mean. Like, so the loss of those 2
It all
T-26s.
depends on the mission, basically. So,
And your opponent really too, because if I was defensive with artillery, you'd be bombing my artillery all day long.
because the thing is, if I take 3 T-26s versus 5, and most missions have reserves, those 3 T-26s will be the last thing to come in. So
Right.
they'll just be sitting in reserve anyways. So having 3 in reserve versus 5 in reserve, yes, I'd rather have 3 in reserve with the planes.
But to be fair, in a 6-turn game, you got them what?
3
times.
With 3 dice.
And how many points were they?
19.
That's really good.
No.
That's-
They just didn't kill anything.
Yeah.
They're a
And they're
threat.
veterans.
They didn't kill anything.
They're veterans.
Yeah.
They're veterans of the Winter War, so they get to, even when I had my tanks clustered up behind this building here, I mean, you're like, oh, big deal. I hit them on a 3+ because there's no modifiers, which is something you didn't know.
Yeah. But I just hadn't read the...
I thought there was modifiers too, so it's like, okay, my guys are near the building, and they're concealed terrain, so you need 5. No, it's like no, it's just straight up, boom, do the test.
Yeah.
I used the direct smoke quite a lot, and Marty was curious about these. These are Gale Force 9 smokes. I don't know if they're still available, but the base isn't 2 inches across, but the smoke actually is. And so the way the ruling is, sorry, I'm just going to move a T-26, is when I fire, let's say I fire from my Sherman, so it's dead on this way. I make a line across the front, perpendicular from the gun into there, and then that would just line up here. So it means that I can smoke from this direction, but if, like in this case, I had guys over here, so he could, that's why I shot the Stuarts of the KV in the back and the Sherman in the front, so either which way, I'd be sweet. Go, Marty.
I didn't get changed.
So there you go.
Right? I don't think so.
Sorry, what?
Just, I was trying to find it actually in the rulebook where aircraft don't technically count as a platoon.
They don't.
Remember
They
how
don't.
they didn't?
They
No,
don't.
I know, but
Yeah.
they didn't before either. But
No, they don't now either.
that's
Which
what
is
I
good.
thought.
So,
Because they're not a...
like I said, so what would you change again? Like you're still waiting for your infantry to come in, so to
No,
try
but
them
this
out.
is my tank list for mid-war.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't change... The only thing I was tempted to do, to put in a little bit higher AT, is pull out something, either the BT-42s or the AA guns for Pac 40s. Just to give me something with a little more punch.
Yeah, but if you had infantry, I could see it. But I mean, you're a tank list, so the Pac 40 is going to do what? Sit back and do nothing?
Well, I'm covering objective. BT-42s on one objective,
And the Pac 40 on another?
and it gives me something that's higher than strength 7.
Yeah.
Because I've
Yeah.
got one unit that's strength 9 and everything's strength 7, and
Yeah.
they're strength 6. So...
All right, cool. Thanks for the game, dude.
Yep.